Welcome! Today we're going to tackle something that is absolutely essential for programming, especially if you're just dipping your toes into the massive universe of C++. We're talking about basic input and output. This is really the first step that makes your code feel, well, alive.
So, you've decided to learn C++. That's awesome. But if you're anything like me when I started, you might feel like you've just been handed this giant, super complex map of a new country, and you have no idea where to even begin. It's a little overwhelming, right?
And hey, that feeling is totally normal. C++ is a huge and powerful language that's just packed with concepts. You start out with the simple stuff like variables, but pretty soon you're looking at things like object-oriented programming and file handling. It's a language with some serious depth.
But listen, you don't climb a mountain by just staring at the top, right? You do it one step at a time. So let's find that first step. Let's find that clear, logical path that pretty much every programmer takes when they start this journey.
Every single C++ pro started right here. Before you can build those big, complex apps, you got to learn the alphabet and the grammar of the language. And that means understanding the basic structure, how to use variables and data types, and what all those operators do. These are the absolute non-negotiable building blocks.
Okay, so let's zoom in on that path. First, you get the hang of the syntax. Then you learn how to store information using variables. But step three is where the magic really starts to happen. Mastering basic input and output is what lets your program actually talk to a person, to you.
And that brings us right to the heart of what we're talking about today. I want you to think of input and output as the communication bridge. It's the bridge between your program and the rest of the world. Without it, your code is just running silently inside a box with no way to talk or listen to anyone.
So what is I/O really? Well, put simply, it's just the way your program gets information in and sends information out. That's it. It's how you can ask a user for their name and how the program can then say, "Hey, hello," right back. It's the basic conversation between a person and a machine.
Now, what's really cool about this is how it breaks down the two sides of that bridge. You've got input, which is your program listening. It's taking in data, like when a user types their age on the keyboard. Then you've got output, which is your program talking. It's showing results, like printing a message on the screen. And in C++, you're going to get to know syn for listening and cout for talking real fast. They're literally the tools you'll use to build this bridge.
And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? Without I/O, a program is basically deaf and mute. Learning how to handle input and output is how you give your code a voice and ears. And that's exactly what makes it interactive and, actually useful.
Okay, so you've given your program a voice. Now what? Where do you go from here? What does this one basic skill actually unlock for you? Let's take a look at how this one idea builds up into much more advanced and powerful C++ features.
Seriously, getting the hang of basic I/O is the key that opens so many other doors. How can you have an if-else block that reacts to what a user picks if you can't get their input? How can you fill up an array with data if you can't receive it? And check out that last one. It leads directly to a more powerful version of itself, file I/O.
Yeah, file I/O is the next level up. Instead of just talking to the user on the screen, your program can learn to read and write directly to files on your computer. This is how programs save your game, or read settings, or chew through massive amounts of data. And it all starts with those basic I/O principles.
So, here's the crucial point, the thing I really want you to take away. Looking at that giant map of C++, it's super easy to feel lost. But the main road forward, it runs straight through input and output. It's not just some other topic on a checklist, it's the absolute gateway to making your programs truly functional.
So there you have it. That huge C++ universe doesn't seem so scary when you've got a map and a clear place to start. And basic input and output, that's your starting point. It's the first step from writing code that just runs to writing code that actually communicates. So the only question left is, what are you going to build first?